Well, hey guys, I've got another Warships replay for you. This one is a recent game in the Texas. This was just kind of a fooling around game. I wasn't even in a division here, which is odd. I think I was talking to somebody in my clan Discord, but because I remember like discussing this match with somebody, but as it was going on. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, just I think I was doing this for the coal, for the coal stuff that they were doing recently. But you haven't played the Texas in a while. I did get a carrier game, which was always fun to get a carrier game in the Texas because it's still got pretty good AA, and I think I've got this captain kind of AA primed. Might even have manual AA in this. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I'll put the captain thingies up on the screen just to show like what build this is. But yeah, so this was one of those games though. This is why I'm putting it in the never give up category because you can see at the very beginning of this something's going to happen to me and it's not good. And a lot of people, including myself, would probably think, okay, well that's pretty much it for me in this game because I'm just never going to survive. But no, we did, and amazingly enough till the end. So you'll see the nail-biting ending of this. It was quite nail-biting, actually, in terms of just will I, or won't I kind of thing. So, and yeah, it definitely is. It has to do with the carrier. But, that's all I'm going to tease you with. So the Texas. Texas is obviously a premium. We got it through, I think, well, people could buy it or you could earn it, I think. Wasn't it there? Well, actually, I earned this one through the Twitch challengey thing that they had. They had some kind of thing with Twitch. But yeah, you could get this ship as part of part of a mission set or a campaign thing, whatever they call those things. I can't remember. So the guns are super slow to turn. So yeah, trying to get everything on target here. As you can see, I'm struggling to even get like one turret on target. But luckily he turned in, so I was able to take all those shots. And I think probably I'm going to get nothing on these, I'm guessing, because with battleships at that range against destroyers, it's pretty lucky to hit anything. But unless they're just mostly sitting still or going in a straight line. But yes, this is the Twitch camo, and I think I'm even using the Twitch captain in this ship, so I figured I'd keep them all together. We spot a Kirov, which used to be a glass cannon, but I'm starting to think after the shots I take on this guy and where they land and so forth that it's not so much a glass cannon anymore. Unfortunately, I can't hit Z. No, that doesn't work. But yeah. You can see they just bracketed him, basically. But we will keep trying. Now, there's a Kaiser and another Texas out there. Look, Kirov is firing some AG at me. There's also a Carl Rua moving up with the Kamikaze R next to the Sirocco, or Sirocco, whatever, however you say that. And, oh, this is the problem, right? The Kamikaze R and his torpedo barrage. So I take all the torpedoes there, basically. Use my heal. And I've got, after this heal is finished, I've got about 25% health left. Now, I will be able to restore some additional health if I can survive, but, just getting out of this position, because I'm being fired at by about 4 ships here right now. So now I've lost even more of that health. Let's take a shot at the Karlsruhe, and then I think beat a hasty retreat. Yes, maybe try to go dark. Try to go dark. So yeah, I wasn't happy about the Kamikaze R at this point. A very, very overpowered DD for Tier 5. Not generally a whiner player, but I really feel like the Kamikaze R was a mistake to leave it in the game as it was with the old Minakaze stats when they nerfed the Minakaze, basically, admitting that, oh yeah, it's not right. But of course the Kamikaze R, which I believe they gave as a reward or something, so it wasn't even like, maybe some people did buy it at some point, but a lot of people got it as some kind of reward ship. And nope, they just get to keep their overpowered reward ship. Well, that's fine. That's fine. So when you see a Kamikaze R, you pretty much know you probably got a Seal Clubber on your hands, because that's basically for people. It's for people who were back in the game in the early days. why I didn't get some of those ships. I guess I was of the opinion I didn't want to pay for ships at the time. I mean, I remember when I finally broke down and bought the Atlanta, and that was only because I think I watched Jingle's video and thought, oh, that would be fun to have a ship like that. You know, and it was, and it is a fun ship. So, I was wrong having that attitude about premium ships all the time, because clearly there are some you can buy and have a lot of fun with. So maybe I should have bought a Kamikaze R if it was ever actually available for sale. I'm not sure it ever actually was, though. I know that there was a Kamikaze, and then there was a Kamikaze R, and I believe the R was the one that was like some kind of a giveaway. So we just lost our friendly Karlsruhe there. But our gang got killed the Karlsruhe on the enemy team, so it's kind of an even exchange there of ships. And so far we are 2v2. And I'm going to turn my fan on. Didn't really help because the fan's not pointing at me. Okay. Unfortunately, this is one of those, I'm doing a replay, so it's not like I can pause it. And I could go back and edit the audio, I suppose. I'll stick in a section of me talking about something. So there's no dead spots. It's like old-time radio. Can't have any dead spots. Why? People can't listen to silence for a few, 20 seconds? It still happens today on some radio stations. It's kind of funny. Although most of them are recorded now, so they can't really get away with that, or it won't happen. I may actually cut the parts of this out. Who knows? I mean, really, there's not a lot happening for this whole early part of the game. I'm just watching my teammates die one by one. But I think I am going to do some decent damage in this game, so... And yes, I moved the fan. So taking some shots at the Karlsruhe here. Will they hit? Won't they hit? More torpedoes from the Kamikaze R. Now I believe... trying to remember, it's been a week or two since I played this game. But I believe someone's going to do some damage to that Kamikaze R, and I'm going to be like, yes! What are we calling out here? Provide AA support. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to take some shots on him. He's doing the, you can't hit me. I'm going to go this way, I'm going to go that way. I love the speed at which we can move our ships in World War ships. It's just completely ridiculous. I mean, real ships don't move like this. And I hope everybody knows that. You could just, swing your ship around one way or the other, super fast. Alright, so we got all those shots off. Too bad we didn't have HE loaded there, but I think we do get a decent amount, 4K health. That's a good chunk of his total health. If I'm not mistaken, he's probably running a 19-point captain there with survivability expert. So he takes another nice hit there, and another nice one. Planes are hitting him. And can we get him? Can we get him? Planes are coming back around from the Langley. So will it be that moment? Oh, there's the torpedoes he fired at me, which I assumed he did. And he's dead. So that's enough harassment from the Kamikaze R. We can all breathe a big sigh of relief. And the team's, we got 6 players versus their 6, so we're even up on players. I've only done 8,500 damage, so that's not great. And I can see that our players are going to try to make an attempt on the cap. And their players are pretty far from the cap. But they're going after our carrier, and they're going after the Koenig there. So, and there's not really... I mean, I'm going to try to provide some support against this Karlsruhe, and whatever support I can, but I'm pretty low health, so it doesn't really make much sense for me to sit around here while, at this point, 4 ships are all, coming this way. So I'm going to try to move towards their cap. Now that they don't have a DD or something like that, they can just, easily try to push our cap. But I do want to get rid of this Karlsruhe first before dealing with that. I kind of would have hoped our Langley would have moved off quicker than this, but so far I think they are moving. And I'm trying to remember. I think they do survive. We do have a Hermes, too, that's up in the north end of the map. We're continuing to try to get lucky and get maybe a Citadel or something. I don't know. It's a battleship. You think maybe occasionally when you shoot at a cruiser, you should get a Citadel. Oh, there we go. We got our Citadel. So he's dead. So now we've done 14,800 damage. Massive damage numbers in this game, let me tell you. I say that because, you know, I've done 100,000 or even 130,000 damage in this ship, so yeah. In fact, I don't know where I end up in this battle. I think I may... I'm going to have to deal with some of these ships at some point, so the enemy Texas, that Kirov, I think. I can't remember. I think the Koenig, or the Kaiser, is going to continue to pursue the Langley. But the Texas and the Kirov realize, oh crap, they're capping us, we need to get back. So at this point, it's me kind of escorting them back to their cap. And hopefully trying to withstand. Luckily, they're pretty much focusing on the ships in our cap, so I have an easy time here from the standpoint I'm not actually taking fire from the Kirov. In retrospect, Kirov player, Sex something, Sexless March, whatever that means. You probably should have shot me, because this was your chance to maybe, you know, fire damage or kill a battleship, get some points back, and then maybe allow the carrier to try to reset the ships that were in the cap or the Texas as well. But those ships are getting reset, so you know we're not gaining too fast on the. These are the shots I was talking about. They're kind of like in the old days. If this was me firing at, I wouldn't have gotten 4 over penetrations. He just would have died. The over penetration mechanics in the game now. I understand why Wargaming did it. They didn't want cruiser players to just go out and get, you know, killed within moments because they stupidly left their ship broadside to a battleship. But in the old days, we were a bit tougher, and we understood that we shouldn't keep our ships broadside to battleships. Otherwise, we would die. So yeah, we didn't get the kind of overpens that you get now in the game. It's just kind of silly. So battleships still are powerful. They're just not quite as powerful. You really have to hit the waterline if you want to get Citadel shots, or you have to have plunging deck fire at range. But eventually this Kirov's luck is going to run out, or I'm just going to get 4 over penetrations and kill him. But him turning this way, knowing I know exactly, well, he doesn't exactly know where I am until right now, but he knew I was coming this way, so he should have been a little more forewarned. And so yeah, he's down. But we still only have a massive 30,000 damage. But this is what the game is now about. The aircraft. Because the 2 carriers that are left on the enemy team clearly do not want us to cap. And now they've got a low health Jaguar, whatever. They've got a low health DD and a low health cruiser, and Texas coming up in support. So now you can't see it, but on the replay. But I am definitely activating my anti-aircraft zone fire. So I'm switching the fire from the right side of the ship to the left side of the ship. And this is a manual AA captain, so I am getting a bonus on top of the normal. By doing that, I'm getting a bonus on top of the normal AA that this ship already has, which is pretty darn good. Not having any shots on the carriers. They're really far out there on that flank. But luckily going to get a decent shot here at the Texas, who again is not really paying attention to me right away, but I believe he does switch his fire to me. I turn away here and get one crappy over-penetration on a battleship, even though pretty much I don't know how you could have, you know, aimed those really any better than that. So again, I'm not quite sure what the game's been doing lately in terms of battleship and aim, but that's the way it is. It's just the way it is. Now he's slowing to the point of stopping here, maybe thinking, and he's doing the right thing. He's firing AHE at me because I don't have a lot of health. So I do have heals, so but then I Citadel'd him. I do have heals, so I'll be able to heal back some of his fire damage. But yeah, this is the critical moment here. This is where, you know, kind of the win-lose, other than the carriers, which again is going to be second critical moment. First critical moment is this Texas, because he's the same ship as me with a whole lot more health than I had. Of course, he's down to my levels of health now. I've got 14,600. He's got almost 20,000. I think he's healing, or at least he went up just a second ago. We've knocked down about 12 planes now, I think. Rocket fire coming in, more HE fire. Luckily, oh, we didn't catch fire. Gonna have to put that out. Again, make or break moment here. Used my heal, even though it was just a tiny fraction sliver. But we're gonna need every little piece of health we got. And trying to get all the guns on, and I do. And he's really sitting broadside to me. That's kind of stupid of him. If he'd just gone in, bow on, and used his forward 4 guns. So then we had that shot, which obviously was another Citadel. We have the Kaiser firing at us from across the map. At this point, we only have the Hermes left. We did lose our other carrier. And so this is it. So will the Hermes and what's the other carrier, the Langley, be able to torpedo / dive bomb / attack plane me to death? Well, clearly not that squadron. I knocked them all down before they can even get a torpedo in the water. Trying to position so that obviously I can keep my left side, which is the anti-aircraft and reinforced side, on the aircraft, as well as I don't want to really be giving a broadside shot to this. Oh, and I also want to potentially reset this Kaiser as well. But I know that my carrier is probably going to try to reset him, or I think I pinged the map at some point. Really what these carriers should have been doing is sending dive bombers because, again, not that much health. A couple of fires, that would have been all it needed. So again, I knocked down all the planes before they can drop them. So here come the dive bombers, though, from, I believe, the Langley. No, the Hermes. Okay. Maybe the Langley's low on planes. But for all of you who, have wanted some revenge on carriers, this was definitely one of those revenge on carriers games. Because, now we're up to 21 kills. We can potentially, I have to swing around here, but we have to potentially get a shot on this Kaiser. Other 2 planes down. He does get a couple of bombs through. It does hurt us, but not kill us. Or even set us on fire. Kind of struggle to get these guns back on. He's moving forward pretty good. I'd have to readjust there. Shots out. Again, the Langley's coming to this side. You think they would have realized that, oh, he must have reinforced AA on that side, but they keep sending to that side. But at least he is sending the attack planes, so he's potentially going to get some of these through. Maybe. He had about 2 planes left there by the time he fired. Shot about 4 of those down. Another plane. So now we're up to 29 air kills, 73,000 damage. I switched the air sectors on that, noticing that the torpedo bombers are coming in on the other side. I think the Texas has pretty good torpedo belt armor, I think. It's got really bulgy sides, so I would hope so. Otherwise, why did they make the ship look so ugly looking? Now, of course, the other thing about these planes is we did shoot down all 3, but I don't know if these fire more than 1 torpedo. They are Tier 4 carriers, so I believe they're a single torpedo attack run. You get 1 for each of the 3 in the squadron. So that battleship is still over there, though, and he's got more. Actually, no, I do have more. Do I? I can't quite tell. Nope. He's got more than I do. Of the capped. So our carrier was instrumental here. Without him, we would have lost, definitely. Although I am potentially going to get another shot on this guy if I can get my turrets around. Another 6 planes. That's an attack squadron. Shots out. Only got the rear 2 turrets out though, so not really expecting a whole lot. But we get the reset. So, still though, this is really a point thing. So now you can see there's less than a minute left. We're at 392, they're at 382. So capping isn't doing anything. We're both holding back points. Neither team is getting points attributed. So this is really a situation where the carriers had to kill me. Probably what the enemy team should have done here is rather than the Kaiser try to cap, they had time. He had time to get over here and finish me. that obviously would have been the best route, but they didn't go that route. They went for the cap route. So with 6 seconds left, and the only way I'm going to die is by air kills. The carrier actually comes in here to protect me with maybe with his fighter squadron, his automated self-defense fighter squadron. I'm not sure how long that stays up for. Does it stay up for like forever as long as he's within combat proximity? I'm not sure how that works. More dive bombers. And that was it. So we win.